Ready?
All right.
What's up, everybody? Nathanael Morton here with Morty Mindset, where every single weekday we bring to you principles of success that you can apply to your life immediately to see results and close the gap between where you are now and where you ultimately want to be. And if anything that my guest or I says today inspires you or gets you to take action, definitely consider subscribing to the channel because we bring videos like this all the time. But today I have my good friend, Jeremiah Rowe. Jeremiah, for the people who don't know you, go ahead and give them a little 30-second overview of who you are and what you're all about.
All right. What's up, guys? Jeremiah Rowe. I graduated from Slippery Rock, a little bit behind Nate. Exercise science major. I'm now a strength and conditioning coach at a facility out here in Wexford, Pennsylvania. Also the owner of a clothing company that's kind of a Angels and Aesthetics here. Yeah, it's a faith-based fitness clothing company, so we kind of incorporate spirituality and developing ourselves spiritually as well as physically as you would in the gym. So again, we'll get into that a little bit later in the video, but I'd say that's about all they need.
That's you. All right, so Jeremiah, this Morty Mindset Series is all about principles of success. So if you could give the viewers one principle of success that you think they need to have in order to become successful, what would that be and why?
All right, well, this one has been covered a few times. Hopefully my take on it is a little bit different from those previous ones, but I think it's one of those things where the more times you hear it, the more repetitions.
Repetition is the mother of skill.
Exactly. So if I had to give one piece of advice, it would be go for it, take action, whatever variation of that you want to go with. Just find out what you want to do, where you want to go, and start taking steps now to do it. Don't wait, don't put it off, don't think I'm not ready, I don't know what I need to know. Just go for it.
All right, so Jeremiah, as you know, my slogan is action is everything. Why would you say that action is everything? Why do you think that is true and knowledge, knowing what to do is not enough?
You are responsible for anything that happens to you. Any success manual, book, anything that you read is going to tell you there's a formula for success, and unless you're taking the appropriate steps to get there, nothing's going to happen. And the same thing, if you are taking those steps, you will get there. It's just a matter of time. And so again, like you said, action is everything. That's so true for anyone trying to get to a new level, another level of what they consider success. For me personally, Angels and Aesthetics is it's a wild thing because I graduated college owning a business, and it's not a big business. It's very small. We're still in the early stages of development, but I could say I own a business, and that's something that 95% of my friends cannot say, and it's because I took a chance and I threw some money into it, and I started it. Well, we bought it off a friend, but in a small stage, or early stage, I took it over with another buddy of mine, and we're building it from the ground up. And again, if I hadn't committed that that money earlier, I had been like, I don't know anything about running a business, I can't do this, I wouldn't have anything. I'd be another guy that just graduated college, personal training at a gym. And so I like I said, taking those first couple action steps is the biggest thing that you could possibly do to get from where you want to, where you are, to where you want to be.
I completely agree, Jeremiah. And one thing that you said was 95% of people can't say that, they even started a business, but also 95% of people can't say that they even followed their heart, followed their passion, and are living life on their own terms. Now, question yourself, can you say that you are living life on your own terms? A lot of things that I say to other people is, do you love your job? And a lot of people are like, yeah, I love my job. And it's like, well, if you had $1 billion, would you still be doing that job? And then the answer is, oh, no, probably not. But if you had $1 billion, would you still be doing this? The answer is probably yes, right?
Absolutely. That'd be a lot bigger business too.
Right. So, Jeremiah, I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit because I know you know a lot about fitness and nutrition. So let's go, we're talking angels and aesthetics. Let's go to aesthetics. What is the one thing, we'll say not for bodybuilders, but for everybody in general, what is the one tip, your number one tip that you could give people to lose weight? I know there's a lot of them. I know there's a lot of.
This is an endless list.
Right.
So, I think a lot of people get caught up in the nutrition, and this is actually something that bothers me a lot personally. Whenever I see Instagram fitness models and other people giving advice on Instagram, especially these fit chicks, these freaking fit chicks kill me. Because all they talk about is balance this and balance that, and you can eat what you want as long as you're happy. That's all true. Yeah, don't restrict yourself to the point that you want to die, and you feel like if you eat a piece of pizza, you're gonna gain 30 pounds of raw fat and just be a blob. That's a load of crap. It is. But I think that they have pushed this narrative to the point where people will just expect now that as long as you work hard enough in the gym, you really can eat whatever you want and you'll look pretty good. It's not true, and now this is coming from a bodybuilder. I'm a bodybuilder. I've been a bodybuilder for the past 5 or 6 years now. And, so I have over time been working with a dietitian. I've learned a lot about counting macros and how to, nutritionally fuel myself to be efficient and reach my goals. But, I did that with a very restrictive diet. Not to the point where I want to die, but I keep a very clean diet going into competitions. Off season, and wherever I'm trying to build muscle, I'm eating a ton, mostly pretty healthy food. But it's all measured out and calculated to help me reach my goals. Now these fit chicks are just like, eat the pizza, eat the donuts, eat the cake. You could do whatever you want. That's not how you're going to reach your goals. You might have to take some time to restrict yourself and eat a particularly healthy diet for a while to kind of find out what your body likes and how it reacts to those different foods, to get to where you want to be. All these girls talk about, I want a flat belly, I want to look toned and really good. But again, whenever you're listening to the Instagram fit chick that's like, I love chicken nuggets and vodka, you're not going to get there with chicken nuggets and vodka. You're really not. You're going to make it way more difficult than you need to be. And so what I always tell people, I guess that I would call my number one tip, is get professional nutritional help. I know Nate recently interviewed Andrew Wade, the dietitian, one of my best friends. I was in his wedding, but we started out on just a client to dietitian relationship. And I've learned so much from that guy because I listened to him and I took his advice to heart and did what he told me to do. And I can get myself from barely having abs and being 10-11% body fat to 5% body fat in a matter of 6 weeks because I do what he tells me to do. And I know that his professional advice and everything that he's given me is actually going to be effective for my body. And so as opposed to going to Instagram and looking at this guy that has a six-pack, 12 months a year, and he's like, oh, I eat pizza every day. Okay. Different metabolism, different body type. You're going to get nothing out of that. Get professional help from someone who knows what they're doing. And like I said, if your nutrition's not in line and not in where it needs to be, then you're not going to get to where you want to be.
Great. Excellent.
I rambled there a little bit.
That's okay, but a lot of people want to know that information, so I think that was very good, and that's a very good tip, and I completely agree. So, Jeremiah, you are lucky because I'm actually changing the last question of this Morty Mindset. I am not going to ask you to rap or do a poem or a song, but what I want to know is, what is your definition of success?
I don't know that I can put a necessary definition on it, because success it's a journey. It's not an end goal. And so you're never going to be at the point where you're like, I'm successful and content with where I want to be. And if you are at that point, then you're selling yourself short. You always need to look at what is the next thing that I can do to go farther than I am. Because if you're not continually growing and continually changing, you're stagnant and you're not developing as a person. And so, again, like I said, take the leap and get on that journey to where you want to go. And as soon as you start taking those steps, things are going to happen. That's success. When you start to see that your little steps are turning into bigger things that are building up towards your end goal. Again, that's my definition of success. Again, not an end goal, but the journey there and the development that you yourself see as you do it.
I love that, and I completely agree 100%. Jeremiah, this is the last question, and it is, where can they find you online?
Oh, man. All right, so I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Everything other than Facebook is at jrowe094. That try to keep it consistent throughout, so I'm easy to find. Angels and Aesthetics, we're going to talk a little bit more about that in another video, but you can find that on Twitter at Angels Aesthetic with no S on the end. That one wasn't.
And I'll have everything linked up, and I'll have everything on the screen for you.
Instagram, I believe, is angels.and.aesthetics. And then Facebook, if you just search Angels and Simple Aesthetics, you'll find us on there as well.
Definitely get you some merchandise. Definitely.
Yeah.
I just told him I like my Angels and Aesthetic stuff more than I like Nike. And that's
right.
saying a lot.
Come at me, Nike.
But all right, everybody, this has been Morty Mindset with Jeremiah Rowe telling you to take action because action is everything.